Hello, Carol here. I'm going to show you another feature that's available on Cricut Design Space that you may not be aware of, which is how to upload and fill your own patterns to a shape or an image that you have on Cricut. This was a feature that, again, I wasn't aware of for a while on Cricut, but I have found it very useful, especially when I want to create a custom background to a card or a scrapbook page. So I'll show you how to do this. First of all, let's go ahead and open up a shape. I'm going to do the square because it's the easiest one. And if you see right here, this is a square that you can use. I use shapes a lot, but I'd like to fill it with a pattern, and I'm not quite sure how I would do that. So at this point, as you can see in the right hand corner, it's basic cut. So I won't be able to fill it with a pattern because it's strictly a cut file. So you're going to go into your operation mode and go down to the bottom and select print then cut, because when you do add a pattern, it is designed for you to print it on your printer and then your Cricut will cut it out. So at this point you have an option to change the color of this, or if you click on this you can select a pattern. And there are going to be some patterns that are already here. Now I've added some of my own, which I'll show you how to do in just a minute, but Cricut has several patterns that are available and you can select any one of those. And I have very slow internet, so I'm hoping it did work. It fills your shape with that pattern. Now you can also do this on images too. I'm just going to show you on a shape because it's a whole lot easier. But what you also have the option of doing is when you click on your color box up here is you can edit this pattern. So you can make the stripes wider or closer together. You can move it. If you can see, it's moving up or down, right or left, and you can rotate it. So if I want to rotate it a little bit, I can do that. That looks kind of interesting, or flip it. So you do have an option to adjust the pattern. Actually looks kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you can see there it is. But what if you have a pattern or background of yours that you would like to put in this shape? Well, let's show you how to do it. First of all, you're going to go into upload, and I don't know if you noticed you have an image that you can upload, or you have a pattern fill, and I want to have a pattern fill, so I'm going to select this and I'm going to look in I have so much stuff in here. I think I'll pick this butterfly background, and there it is. I haven't quite figured out what the colors optional are. I'm not sure if it's going to change this pattern, but it doesn't, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I'm satisfied with this, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this particular pattern, and we're going to hope that my internet will work and eventually it's going to show up in my pattern selection. So sorry about that. There we go. I live out in the country in Arizona, and my internet kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. So at this point, I'm going to go back to my shapes. I'm going to pick my square. I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger. I need to change this again to print then cut. And when I go down here, I can select a pattern. And there's the pattern I just uploaded. And when you upload them, the last thing you uploaded will be the first one available. So it sometimes does take a minute to go ahead and fill that shape again. So let's hope, there we go. So now I have these nice lovely butterflies, but if I want to change this to a lot bigger page, maybe my butterflies will start to look a little distorted because I'd like this to be sorry about that. And you do know that if you unlock your lock, it changes your ratio. So maybe I want to make my butterflies a little bigger. I can, again, click on the little color box right next to print then cut, and I can edit this pattern. So I can make these butterflies bigger or smaller, and I can adjust my background. And so there it is. And it is 5.9 by 7.6. So it will do a print then cut, because at this point in time, you are limited to the sizes you can print and cut. But there you go. So if you have maybe a picture of a child you want to put in there that you'd like to include in your Cricut project, or you just want to add something to a card for a card background, you can upload patterns and create your own background. So I hope you like it. Have fun creating. Thanks.